Hopefully this makes sense. The big difference. Revolving debt keeps people in debt for a long time. That's how credit cards stay in business and make so much money. Installment debt gives them a path to get out of the debt. Here's the difference. If he was to put that on his credit card, he may not ever get out of that debt scenario. Why? Because he's stacking debt on top of debt. And as we all know, the goal of a credit card is to help you buy, but it's never to help you get out from underneath the rolling over revolving interest rate debt. Why? Because they're structured for you to just make the interest payment and not the principal. So most likely, most Americans are paying their debt and it's just the interest portion on the revolving amount. Meaning you can make payments for years and barely touch that principal amount. Think about like a mortgage, the amortization schedule. The first like 20 years of a 30, are you paying interest on that $1.3 million? When you get toward the end of the amortization is when you finally start taking chunks of that principal. Yeah, so that's why it also pays to make one extra payment towards principal a year on your mortgage, but more on that on a different day. Meaning on revolving debt, you can make payments for years, especially if it's interest only and barely ever touch that principal. How to explain this to a homeowner? Keep it simple and real. Most people already have revolving debt like credit cards, right, Mrs. Smith? Yeah. The issue with those is they're designed to keep you in debt for like a super long time. That's how credit card companies make a living. Because the worst cycle that we see, because we do credit repair as well and Approvify, is when people keep stacking debt on top of their debt and never get ahead of it. It's horrible. It can break a human being down. It can put them in debt for years because these credit cards aren't allowing them, or psychologically, when you have the option, if you had a bad month and you're like interest only, full payment, double payment, most people will lean into just making that. You know, you hear about people on Wall Street all talk about bad debt and good debt. And installment debt, I would say if they don't have the money in cash and they need the thing that you're selling, which is what we train to, installment debt is definitely the best choice. Revolving is no clear end. Payments can drag on forever and stack. And they're mostly just making that interest payment. And installment gives them a clear finish line with a predictable payoff built to eliminate the balance. This is why smart financing is not about avoiding debt. It's leveraging money from Wall Street. It's about choosing the right type of debt. And you as a sales pro get to present this